Huh? Huh? Huh. I came awake suddenly. Wide awake. It's a trick you learn around the back countries of the Caribbean. If you want to stay alive. I didn't move. I didn't make a sound. Just stared into the darkness and listened. And then it came again. Somebody was on the veranda. I slid off the cot, reached for my pistol on the table, and stood up. Barefooted, I moved quietly across the room and stopped by the shutters. Who is it?
It is Pepita.
Pepita? Are you alone?
Si.
All right, wait a second.
Quickly.
Pepita, you, tired of the everyday grind? Ever dream of a life of romantic adventure?
Not ever.
Sono lieto di poter rievocare in poche parole le esperienze delle prime trasmissioni radiotelegrafiche a grandi distanze da me felicemente eseguite attraverso l'Oceano Atlantico il 12 dicembre 1901.
Holy snapping bra straps.
It's radio's outstanding theater of thrills.
Republic of Avalon Radio. It's 0 hours, Avalon Standard Time. Republic of Avalon Radio.
The best radio in the whole wide world.
You're with the Lord.
All right, we are about to embark upon a journey. This is the easy walk with the Fidlers. You can hear the music here. We've just been doing a little bit of work for all my fellow geeks out there. We just did an Ubuntu install on Krista's laptop, and I predict that she's going to be a very happy camperess once she gets down to using it. She had Vista on it before, and it was causing her all kinds of problems, so we decided to throw on a little bit of Ubuntu and see what happens. So here's wishing her luck with Ubuntu. Although I think she'll need far less luck with Ubuntu than all the luck she wasn't having but needing with Vista. All right, are we ready to disembark? Aussteigen. That's what it is. It's a handy German word for you all to know now. Aussteigen. It means to disembark. You don't really disembark a house, though.
No.
But, I mean, you can think of your house as kind of like a boat. And in that case, you could just go around. Ed.
You can walk the plank.
Here we are. And, folks, it's a beautiful evening here in the Republic of Avalon. We have a really nice we're doing the the shorts and the t-shirts and sandals, and Lillian's got her Lillian's got her snowsuit on. All right.
You gotta have your snowsuit on.
If you want to go to
You
work.
never know what the conditions are gonna be.
This is true. But anyway, it's a beautiful night. It's just just a nice little breeze in the trees, and it's marvelous, darling.
We have company.
We got company.
We got company.
Over here we have the
Identify yourselves.
yes, we have Krista over here, and we have Fraternus Andreas over there as well. And you folks have all met him before. He's made beer with us here in the past on the Roar, and all kinds of things. He's been he's made a few appearances here and there.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And also there's a birthday cast from a couple of years ago that he made an appearance on. So, much maintenance done. We did some work on the kitchen floor. Andrew did some work on the kitchen floor. A few tiles were slightly displaced and needed some sort of resticking, and it's ceramic tile and some regrouting. So that's all done, and whole new operating system on the laptop for Krista. That's done. And we had to install a driver for her wireless card after the install, which the system did without, having to go to Google and all this. We just had to plug in with an Ethernet cable to the router and get access to the internet and do all that. So that's wonderful gear. So all our geeky friends out there, woohoo! You'll be glad that we have another Ubuntu person in the world. Which, by the way, Ubuntu means community, I think, in Swahili. The whole idea of kind of everybody having a cause, a raison d'être, and everyone just kind of like, hey, you need some breadfruit? Well, I got some breadfruit, and I could sure use some papaya, and away you go. Ubuntu.
Community is something free for everybody.
Yeah, it's really in line with the whole idea of open source software, that whole thing too. The open source community and all that. We're geeking out on you guys. But it's okay. So, what's been happening lately?
There's lilacs down here.
Lilacs. Lilacs stinking up the whole neighborhood. Yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to try to make lilac perfume.
Oh yeah.
I'd
just put it in water, like.
Yeah, I used to put it in water and a mason jar, and then bury it in the ground.
What's the burying it in the ground part? What was that supposed to do?
It was kind of instinct. It was instinctual.
That's a strange instinct.
I know. But
very fascinating.
I don't know. It's probably just rotted the flowers, and you know what?
Well,
happened?
no, it's sealed up in a mason jar.
Well, true.
The only thing that would have done is keep it from the light,
Find it?
which you could have probably accomplished by just putting it in a cupboard.
You mean you didn't prepare a treasure map?
No, I think she was figuring there was some sort of, hocus pocus to it.
Probably, yeah.
See, some people.
Kids do that kind of thing,
Kids do the darndest things.
They do.
It's quite amazing.
I had this shrine in the bathroom one time too.
You had a shrine in the bathroom?
Yes.
What sort of voodoo? What kind of voodoo do you? What kind of voodoo you do get into? I finally got that out, folks.
It was my first time after going to a Catholic church. I wasn't Catholic, but my friend was.
Uh-huh.
And I went to the church, and they had all these things there, like these interesting
all kinds of
implements.
yeah. Oh yeah. You mean all the stuff basically that it spells out very clearly in the Bible you should not be doing.
Yeah. So I thought this
idolatry and all these things.
I thought it was fascinating. I was only about 6 or something, and I got these things and
Hey,
I brought them into the toilet. And
was
hid them
Jesus
behind the
Catholic?
toilet.
No, Jesus was a Jew.
He was a Jew.
That's right.
Ah. Did Jesus indeed, in fact, as I've seen him depicted pictorially with great frequency, happen to have, in fact, blue eyes?
I don't think so.
No, he'd be the one of a small minority of blue-eyed Semites, I'd say.
Very small.
It's all fascinating, all these things, folks, these factoids and things that we have to consider. I mean,
Isn't the air nice?
the air is very nice. It's very airy.
It's very fresh, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say fresh. It's fresh like in March.
No, it's
No.
It's clean.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
It
clean.
really is,
It's
yeah.
nice.
It
Nice,
feels like
yeah.
summer now, finally.
It's feeling very much like summer, finally. And I'll tell you, kids, we've been waiting a long time. It's different times each year, obviously. There's no such thing as, one day each year when it just suddenly becomes summer, and then one day later when it just suddenly becomes autumn. But this year we've been waiting for.
This year, the first day of summer was actually pretty warm. Yeah, it struck right on that day.
I remember your birthday, we thought it was...
My birthday, it was really nice
summer.
too. The
But
6th.
then it went downhill after
Then it went downhill.
Wow, yeah.
And it was really nice at one point in April. It was like early summer. It was very nice early April. Remember we were sitting out on the deck?
Yeah, we had short sun.
And it was very nice. But anyway, I think this time, do you think this time is going to stick, Andrew?
Sure hope so.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's about time.
I think so.
Sounds right.
Everybody's
I think
getting
you are
tired
correct.
of it now.
Summer?
No. and people are starting to talk sarcastically about summer. So it's getting bad.
Uh-huh. Yeah, once the sarcasm kicks in. You know for sure that something's going
I
on.
said to the woman at the store today, "Is that sun I see out there?" She's like, "What is sun?" And she said, "Don't say that word."
Well, you might jinx it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, indeed.
They're not open, Andrew.
They ain't open, Android.
Wait.
Have to go somewhere else.
I had to go to Walgreens today.
Well, the grave is en route.
Something we can
Uh-huh.
It's pretty difficult to get cigarettes on.
So, folks, yes. What's been happening? Excuse me. I've been backing up all sorts of, retrieving all kinds of things. I mentioned before about the songs, the 2480 songs, all my projects from the recording studio and all that stuff. But also, I've been going through my cassettes. I've heard plenty of people talk about backing up records, taking vinyl records and digitizing them, getting them into the digital domain. But I don't hear many people talk about doing that with cassettes for some reason, which strikes me as very interesting and quite strange. I know it's done, but do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've heard a lot more talk about people, digitizing their old vinyl collections
Oh, yeah, for sure.
than I ever have about people doing it with their cassette collections.
I haven't heard anybody doing it, actually.
No, but see, I've got a lot of cassettes, folks, that have old demo versions and me writing songs and things like that on it. So I'm not taking my Pink Floyd cassette and pulling that into my computer. There'd be not much point to that, but stuff that I don't have anywhere else in any other format. And perhaps a lot of you have stuff like that. Cassettes, not bought cassettes, but cassettes of stuff that you recorded yourself. Sitting around a kitchen table with a few friends, or little jam sessions, or demo songs, or even cassettes of music that you've just got sitting in a box that you couldn't even buy on CD anywhere. That kind of stuff. So yeah, I've been pulling a bunch of that stuff over. Wow, and some of the stuff on there. Some of the songs versions of songs, and even songs that I'd not quite forgotten, but I hadn't thought of since then. But as soon as I hear them, I remember them. It's, I don't know, it's funny. It's like when you write a song, 50 years later, you could, one afternoon you could write a song, just strum it sing it, record it on a tape, and then not see that for 50 years and someone play it back to you and you remember the song. But oddly enough, you don't remember the playing as much. You don't remember the sound of the thing. So that was interesting for me, just hearing those old demo versions of songs that I've since, recorded on albums and released, and songs that other artists, other bands and so on have recorded and put on their albums and stuff. And there's the old original version, the day I had the idea. And it's
incredible, really.
Yeah, and some old stuff. Yeah, there's a CD, there's a tape there, a cassette with a bunch of family stuff on there, like some stuff from my brother Steve and my brother Jeff, and some of my cousin Christina singing when she was like about 8 years old. Christina Aguilera, in case anybody didn't know. She's about 8 years old and just wailing away. So
she sounds so cute.
Yeah, it was nice to hear that.
What a good singer at 8.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it was interesting to hear Jeff's stuff too. My brother Jeff wailing away on the guitar, and my brother Steve doing the song that he wrote, Let There Be Light. And let there be light. Very sort of Peter Gabriel-esque kind of thing. And and the original version of Downtown Girl, before it was ever, recorded on an album or anything like that, with Flip Janes playing the bodhran. A lot of people around St. John's who've been around St. John's for any period of time would have known Flip, who unfortunately isn't with us anymore, but there was that recording of him playing the bodhran, me singing Downtown Girl, and all the harmonies and all that, and just a bunch of stuff. What else? Funky Lady and There's a Way. A couple of songs I recorded with Pressure Drop. Citizen of the World, the original version that I did of that. And the interesting thing, I don't think you knew this, Krista.
Yes.
The recording that I found of Citizen of the World that I was listening to earlier, I recorded that at Echo Studios on Longs Hill. It was kind of a freebie. It was Tom at the studio, Tom Ronan at the time, said, Jim, someday when the studio's not booked, why don't you just drop down for a couple hours and lay down a few tracks? And I said, sure. She said it'd be great. I didn't have a studio at the time myself. And wow, that was wonderful. So I thought of all the songs I had banging around in my head and on cassettes, which one would I record? So I decided on this Citizen of the World one. And I thought ahead of everything, producer, put on my producer's cap and thought about everything that I would need and how the best order to record it all in and all that. Had it all planned out. Loaded up a taxi with some drums, my guitar, my electric guitar, some percussion and extra percussion and whatever I needed, and whizzed in one afternoon for a couple of hours, recorded and mixed the song, bam, just like that. But while I was in there, there was this woman there who was in there to talk to the studio owner about some business, some promotion, something or other, whatever. And she was looking in through the glass, unbeknownst to me at the time, looking in at me in there, recording and stuff. And I didn't know her at the time and whatever. Well, I'm walking with her right now.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that was Lillian was in there that day, and she looked in the glass and saw me in there recording Citizen of the World. And
I didn't know who that guy was.
No.
No, I didn't actually.
He's this guy.
Yeah.
I wasn't long hair. I didn't know anybody really.
No. She wasn't long hair. She said not long haired. She wasn't in St. John's for too long a time. I wasn't long hair. That's what that means. See? She's speaking a bit of Newfinese, folks, which is okay. But little footnotes and translations are okay too, I think. So yeah, listening to that today was cool. Realizing that, listening to my little young voice. Maybe I'll play some of that stuff. Actually, that's what I'll do. Usually the shows have kind of a talking bit at the beginning, my monologue, and then the out and about walkabout stuff later. But in this episode, I will reverse that trend and we'll put the chatty bit at the end, and I'll play you guys some snippets of some of that stuff. That should prove interesting, I would say.
It's a jolly good idea.
Yes. So you can hear my young wee little voice when I was... Sure, I got a tape there of myself back in, I don't know, I was like 14 or something. Playing guitar. All that. Playing on the band. Bob Boudreau on the bass and Roland Sampson on the drums and Robert Harris on the maracas. Myself playing guitar. Back from way back in the 70s, I guess. Something like that.
I think I gotta take one sweater off.
Yeah.
That's
That's a wonderful idea.
Wow. I don't even layer in the winter.
No?
Well, shirt and jacket.
Well, I have this theory that the more you do that, the more you need to. Yeah. It's like headache tablets. The more you take them, the more you get them.
To be prepared.
Yeah, so you put,
You're a real girl.
put one in your bag. Being prepared doesn't mean overdressing.
No, well.
It means you pack a suitcase and...
I still don't trust the weather.
Everywhere you go, she's the girl going around with the handle, dragging the suitcase behind her. The security suitcase.
On wheels.
Lilianas. And the security suitcase.
Lily.
Well, I'm just trying to make it as close to Linas as I can.
A blanket.
Remember Buddy Linas?
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Well, why is he Linas, not Linus? I don't get that.
You guys know Linas.
Dares to be different.
You'd know Linas, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we all knows Linas.
Who's Linas?
My son, Linas.
He's the only Linas.
Linas, sure, he darn near tipped us over.
He took my job, Linas did.
He took your job.
Yeah, that's true.
That?
He didn't actually take it. I kind of gave it to him.
That's Scowegian.
I gave him my job. He didn't take it.
Really? So, you're still there? You gave him your job and he didn't take it, so you're still there?
No, he took it, but he didn't
reluctantly
force it from me. I kind of gave it to him.
Oh, well, that's all right. Some of us had lives to get on with.
Yes.
So I wonder if he's still there, sitting at that desk. Hey, Linas!
He's looking for me to give me my job back.
Yeah, here, I don't want it after all, yeah. No, you can have it. She's too fat for me.
I've since moved.
Yeah. And what else? There's a way, Funky Lady. Actually, oddly enough, coincidentally, weirdly, strangely enough, I just started work on a new song a week ago. Just totally out of the blue. I hadn't thought of this song for years and years and years. And I got all the bed tracks laid down. And that song was on that tape, that No Time song. This is no time to be unhappy. That one. And yeah.
I was singing that one in my head the other morning.
And then yesterday I stumbled into the tape with that on it. Amazing. Amazing fate. So is this not a perfect night in the Republic of Avalon?
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the best night so far, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, the summertime has come.
Mm-hmm. It's not hot. It's just perfect.
It is, yeah.
Just right. Yes, man. Tried in with the third beer.
Mm-hmm.
Just right. Was it the third beer that was just right?
Is it?
I think so. Is that how that went? First bear, everything was kind of bollocks one way, and second bear, everything was totally not copacetic, and then the third bear was just right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Is that the baby beer?
Trodden with the right beer, Yes, I am. Not too hot, not too cold.
The porridge.
The porridge, yeah, and the bed, too hard, not too hard, not too soft.
Yes.
And all them things and things. And the beer, just the right temperature. Goldilocks getting on the jackhammer. Goldilocks. Yes. Goldilocks Rasta. She was a buffalo. She was a Goldilocks soldier. Uh-huh. So, we're walking under a scaffold. Are we?
Yes.
So let's be careful now that maybe Phil might be up there and we might get a screwdriver right straight down through the middle of the head or something. Oops. I'm poking fun at my brother now, folks. Our brother, actually. I notice Andrew's not leaping to his defense or anything. Probably because I wasn't leaping to his attack. How's that? But our brother Phil has been known to have mishaps involving, tools and ropes and things like that. Getting himself cut and cutting other people. Yeah.
Yeah. We met him in Toronto, Krista. I don't know if he told you this or not, but he met up with us when we were staying up there.
Actually, I don't think I've ever told that story.
Yeah, it's an interesting story.
I'll tell you now, Krista, not to interrupt Lillian, but I just want to kind of fill in, because the roar is almost, to a certain degree, this is an interesting story for the listeners, but also this is a way of kind of getting these stories that we might forget recorded, you know?
Yeah.
I'm up in Toronto doing the Need Fire show. That's in the theatre district of Toronto, and we went way the heck up, somewhere up, where was it? Chinatown or somewhere. Anyway, it was about the distance from like here to Carbonear, you know? It was a
really busy street.
Really
young street, actually.
It was nowhere near where I was. Like it was the one and only time the whole trip that we were there. Because it was, we were living and working, living in about the equivalent of, say, out by the mall somewhere, and I was working in the theatre district, if the equivalent of that is downtown here. And here we were like out in Carbonear or Holyrood or something like that. And we were at a record store, and wasn't my dad with us?
I think he was.
I think he was, yeah. And Jeff maybe.
No.
And Mo. I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that part, but here's the thing, folks. I'll tell the condensed version of the story. So Lillian goes back into the record store to get my dad or something, and I'm standing outside, just waiting because I didn't want to go back in again. I'm cool out here. I'm waiting outside, and across the street, my brother Phil looks out the window and sees me right across the street and comes across the street. I mean, I had no idea where he was. He had no idea where I was. This is up in Toronto. And like I said, that was the only day that we went out to that place, wherever we were. It was a long ways from where I was working and where we were staying. And that's how we ran into him.
We weren't even in contact with him.
We weren't even in contact with him. Just random chance in a city of millions. Just way far, nowhere near where we were living or working. And only there that once the whole trip, there he was.
Pretty freaky.
Yeah. Could you run and do the same for me?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, you can tell the rest of the part. I just wanted to tell the part about the so-called chance meeting.
We gotta go up here.
Okay.
Gotta step over this.
We are going up the hill, over the steppins, taking the youthful route.
Yeah.
This is how the kids get here. Grown-ups walk around. Dandy.
I guess Andrew will leave you with you.
I guess he will. On the ledge. I'm on the ledge. How come people aren't chanting jump, jump, jump? Yes. So can you imagine what would be the odds, Andrew, of Phil and myself running into each other like that?
Well, what's the population of Toronto and surrounding area?
In the millions?
There you go. That's pretty out there.
What would be the chance of myself and Lillian, one afternoon out of the year, going out somewhere to Carbonear?
Where he also happens to be.
No, and you just happen to be there on the same day in the same part of Carabinier, just looking as you're looking straight out the window, and there I am. Now, take that and put that into Toronto terms.
Seriously, that's a blown up calculation.
Crazy stuff, yeah. Then there's the whole thing about how Scott found me. And that's another thing I found. I found the tape where I was writing this song on the piano over at Nan's. And I said, today's March 25th, 1992. And my brother Scott just found me 2 days ago. And I got this idea for a song. So I know now exactly what day it was. It was March 23rd, 1992.
It's good to keep track of these things.
Tings and tings. Well, I had no idea. I mean, if someone had told me, 90, I knew it was in that area, but I didn't think it was as early as March for some reason. I had the idea that it was later on in the year, closer to the summer or whatever, but yeah, March 23rd, now I know. All these funky brother stories.
Seriously.
And you listening to Steve and Jeff's music a bit today
That was
too.
cool. That was cool to check out some of their work.
Yeah.
I dug it.
Yep. I often fantasized about a family album. Get Christina and Jeff and Steve and Scott and you and Phil and myself.
Yeah.
Everyone all.
Not a Partridge Family thing.
No. Roots.
Yeah.
Roots,
You paint the bus funky though.
Yeah. Paint the bus funky. That's allowed. Purple and lime green.
Yeah.
And yellow. Now, how about red, gold, and green?
That works.
That's funky. Funky.
Red, gold, and green machine.
Funky Kingston. Yep. So anyway, all these things, you hear people talking about, coincidence and all that stuff. I don't know.
Coincidence and fate, yeah.
Once you have so many coincidences, once you experience so many coincidences, I think you come to the conclusion that maybe they're not coincidences in that. I mean, they are in the strictest sense. They, two things might coincide with each other.
Certainly, it's possible.
But associating that with the idea of chance and probability and all that, that's a whole other angle, a whole other side of the idea of that. All right, we shall proceed.
We shall proceed.
No thanks. I shall refuse the Kit Kat temporarily. That was a place near the theater. Actually, there was a place there called the Kit Kat in Toronto. Oddly enough, see how it's just flowing. It's funny how that goes. Now somebody will mention something make believe, and I'll say, "Ha, the Toronto make believes." You got to get it every chance you get. You got to needle those Toronto Maple Leaf fans. I think. Those poor guys. They need something. They need some kind of a spark to keep them alive, I figure. Hee folks. So any of you Toronto Maple Leaf fans out there, if you have a friend who is a Toronto Maple Leaf fan, go easy on him. Treat him nice.
Treat him with kindness.
The Bruins? Nah. Kick him in the Adam's apple. In the King Cairn. Kick him in the King Cairn.
Smack him on the crown.
Smack him on the crown, kick him in the King Cairn. Hey, it sounds like if there were a St. John's version of the Ramones, they would have a song like that.
Yes.
Smack him on the crown, kick him in the King Cairn.
I can see it. I can get it
Blitzkrieg
now.
Bob. Yes.
The King Cairn Shuffle.
The King Cairn Shuffle. My brother Jeff recorded a version of the Blitzkrieg Bop, actually. It's quite a good one.
How does it go? I've never heard it. I think I know.
Blitzkrieg Bop.
Something in the bathroom, is it?
No.
Okay.
That's another one. That's Mirror in the Bathroom.
Okay.
And it's not ska. It's, what do you call that? New wavy, punky.
It's a bit funky.
Yeah. Yeah. Those punks. Who are these punks coming around here while I'm trying to get some sleep? They're your pallbearers, sir. Well, tell them to get it over with. Digby Odell. The friendly undertaker. I must be shoveling off. Yes. Sounded like Dave. So that was a little reference that Lillian just made to a character on a show, an old-time radio show that aired in the 40s, called The Life of Riley. Everyone knows the expression, The Life of Riley, leading the Life of Riley. Well, there was a show called The Life of Riley. There was a character on there. William Bendix played Riley. And there was a character on there who's the actor's name escapes me right now, but he was called Digger, or Digby Odell, the friendly undertaker. And that's what Lily was just referring to. Weren't you?
He has silly jokes.
He has very silly jokes.
Macabre jokes.
Lots of bad plays on words, yes.
Yeah. What is this now?
They're still at that. Listen, same songs.
Yeah.
Listen. Somebody should teach those fellas another song or two.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, Lord.
And they didn't even do the jump right. It's supposed to go down in Fogarty's Cove. What? Well, they sort of did a version of it. Hey, who was that?
I'm not in there. I don't know. I think he actually ran into you. You're into someone?
No, he patted me on the back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was one of, kind of like that.
Oh, okay. I don't know who it was.
Fascinating.
Okay.
The kids are lagging behind, are they?
Yes, they are. They're slow. We're fast.
They're slow.
We're fast. We always get there before
We're
they
first.
do.
They're last. We're always there before they are. And they're always there. After us. Oh, this is the mucho silly.
We're way back there now.
This is the mucho silly. Will you stop? They can catch up to us. We're not their keepers. Just we walk and we walk and they catch up or they don't. That's it. It's just a cruel world. It's just, it's all you can do. That's all there is to it. So yeah, we were mentioned on another show, another netcast, or whatever the heck you're supposed to call it. The other day, we were listening to Frank Nora on the Frank Nora Show. It's on the Overnightscape Underground.com or ONSUG, ONSUG, as in Overnightscape Underground. But he's just calling himself because he's doing some other things. He's putting some other content into his channel from some other people, which is really cool. Gotta like that. Full props to Frank for that. And yeah, he made a little mention. He was on one of his rants. I get on these rants, so Frank gets on some rants too sometimes. I've mentioned Frank on the Roar here several times, going all the way back to probably 2005 periodically. He's a partner in crime. He's another one of these guys who's looking around the world and the universe saying, what the heck is this all about? Yeah. And you can't blame a guy, really, when you think about it.
No, we were sitting down eating
some lunch.
Eating lunch, and we're sitting there just another normal day.
A Nora day.
Another yes. Nora day.
Uh-huh.
And just sitting there, kind of la-di-da-di-da, and all of a sudden we hear Republic of Avalon Radio.
Yeah, Frank says he was listening to Republic of Avalon Radio, and I was talking about something similar, a related topic to what he was talking about. So that was very nice to hear.
It was very nice, yeah.
These days, there used to be a kind of a little bit of a community feeling when this whole thing started, this whole podcasting or whatever the heck it is. And that's since disappeared, and now we kind of feel all alone, Even the listeners have dropped off for everybody right across the board, not just us.
Very nice to hear that you were listening, Frank.
Yeah, we still listen to you, Frank, and it's nice to hear.
Yeah,
we don't listen to all your stuff, and I don't imagine you listen to all our stuff, although you have a heck of a lot more of it.
Yeah.
So it'd be easier. So get with it, Frank.
Yeah, get with it.
You're supposed to listen to every darn little thing we do and love it and enjoy it at the same time.
We should We should, at the end of the year, send out quizzes to people.
Yeah, we'll send a quiz to Frank. That's
If
what
they
we'll
get
do.
everything right, then they get a prize.
But anyway, yeah. So as I've said before, it's always worth a look. He didn't give us a plug though. A plug, you know, whatever the heck that is. Plug. It sounds too much like some people just trying to make money or something. A plug is a mention. He gave us a mention, but he didn't say at republicofavallonradio.com. But that's okay.
Well, no, anybody can probably find it.
Yeah, he said he listened to Republic of Avalon Radio. If anybody were interested, they could go do a search, you know.
Absolutely.
So I won't even go on about what I was just about to go on with, because it's not necessary.
No.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was, but...
Well, websites and things.
Oh, yes, okay.
Yeah. Now what are we going under?
Another scaffold.
Another scaffold. What, are they building a city?
It would appear so.
I'm pretty darn sure we already had one here. So, yes, and in case you're still there, Frank, in case you were there in the first place, I'm using the R9 in my hand here. Same machine that Frank uses when he's out walking about New York City. And this is the newer one, the HR, the R09 HR, which is very nice. It is indeed a very nice machine. We still have the original R9, but it's just kind of sitting on a shelf. You know, we have in mind maybe at some point we'll be doing something where we're going to want to be able to be recording in more than one place at the same time. So it's there. And of course as a backup in case anything goes wrong. You know, like the elephant steps on your R9 at the zoo, and you can pull the other R9 out and stay away from the elephants for the rest of the visit. You know, that always comes in handy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
And one should always have dual...
Not an animal! Yes. Double, well, it's...
nines.
We're talking about redundancy. Redundancy is a good thing, but I think we already talked about it before.
We did?
So if we talk about it again, it'll just be kind of redundant. Yeah.
Redundantly redundant.
Yes. Oxymoronic.
We don't want to do that.
Don't you love how people use that term? Oxymoron. Almost like Moxie Fruvus. And how they use it maybe not quite in the right sense. It's like that whole thing, the idea, what was that song Alanis Morissette? Mm-hmm. Isn't it ironic? You know, and there was nothing ironic in that song at all.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, there's no irony. It's not ironic, you know? Rain on your wedding day. It's not ironic. That's not ironic. No. So folks, go look up the word irony, and you will understand that whole song is just a whole big bunch of nonsense. You know, I mean, it's one thing to speak the Queen's English, quote unquote, and another thing to be going around making millions and millions of people think that your shoes don't fit is ironic.
I guess it's a bad lesson for irony.
We'll not get her as the irony segment on Sesame Street. We won't get her on there for that.
No, it's probably maybe Sesame Street considered it, and then they said nah.
No.
Familiar faces.
Greetings. What's going on?
Oh, good.
How's it going on?
What's happening? What's happening?
What's going on?
The hand is occupied.
What's going on? Hey, how's it going? Hey, what's going
Say
on?
a big hello auf Deutsch.
Hello.
For our Freundin.
You guys doing a little tour or what?
Weltlich Freundin.
Yeah, we're just about to stop actually.
Where was
Hold
the
on.
tour tonight?
Shout out in German, please.
From home.
What should I shout out?
Well, they're listening. It's Republic of Avalon Radio.
Hello, Grüß Gott von Newfoundland.
Yes.
Good.
Grüß Gott ist ausgezeichnet.
Yes. Very formal.
Well, not really.
Didn't want to insult you.
Not really, but no, it's not just formal. It actually has some kind of sentiment to it. It's a nice thing other than just saying hello or Achtung or something like that, you know?
Where'd you guys start?
Home.
Nice.
That's where we always start.
We're going down this way. We're going to check it out.
Okay.
If we get in trouble, we can find out this way. We'll be back this way.
All right. We'll be
later.
Okay. Cheers.
Okay.
Catch you in a bit.
Cheers.
Yes. So. No, Grüß Gott is a good expression. It literally means, you know, God's greetings. It's a good thing to say. It's actually, it's quite an Alsace thing to say, you know. Him being from that area, my people being from that area. It's a very appropriate thing, yeah. Okay. Well, folks, as we have arrived, we will sign off. And we hope that you've enjoyed this little stroll along with us, and that you enjoy the next segment of the show, in which I will play for you some archival material from myself back in the 70s and 80s. And so long from everyone.
So long. Till we meet again.
Till we meet again from Andrew, and from you, Krista.
Goodbye, all.
Goodbye, all.
For now.
Goodbye. That sounds like a kind of a, she's just about to put the gun to her head and pull the trigger.
For now.
Oh, for now, okay. All right. And we'll catch you after this little bit of jinglage. You are listening to Republic of Avalon Radio. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Eddie Grant, and you're listening to the Republic of Avalon Radio. Take your time.
You invite me to a war party. Me no wanna go. Everybody seem to be inviting me to a war party. Me no wanna go. Heard about the last one, so thanks, but no thank you.
Hi, this is Indra. I'm from Barbados, and I'm listening to Republic of Avalon Radio. Keep it locked.
Republic of Avalon Radio.
Radio for lazy people who don't want to do nothing.
You're with the roar!
Yes, indeed. Republic of Avalon Radio. You are with the roar, and I am still Jim Fidler, as I will probably tend to be for a goodly while yet, I would say. And I am back in the studio, and boy, does it ever seem like a long time. It seems like ages since I've come to you from the root cellar. We've been doing a lot of out walking about and all these tings and tings, So here I am back in the studio with my trusty keyboard here. This is the Linas M111. What am I talking about? M111. Where did I come up with that? Oh, my old laptop, the Olivetti M111. That's what I thought about. Yeah. No, it's the Linas QS7. Let me just, where's my sustain pedal? Where is it? Oh, there it is. All right, so, yeah, you got this thing here. It's called a piano. I got a table in the way. Yes, so I'm kind of leaning over my keyboard, talking into the mic here. And for you audiophiles out there, this is a different microphone than I've been using for the longest time. I was using this mic for a good while, and then I just went back to using the old Audio-Technica because it's a lighter mic. This mic's quite heavy, and the stand that I have it on, it's a kind of a desktop stand. Just doesn't give me the extension that I would like to have, so I'm more or less having to lean in here toward the keyboard. But I do like this mic. This is the Shure SM7B, I think it's called. I don't know. It's just, a bunch of letters, whatever. But it's a Shure mic. It's a nice mic. I like it. It's good for voiceover stuff. I was just doing some voiceover work yesterday, and I pulled out this mic specifically for that task. And it performs quite well. Good for voiceover stuff, voiceover. Yeah. All right. Well, this segment, as previously promised, as previously mentioned, I'm going to go back into the archives a bit. I'm going to have to do something, I think, at some point down the road, get into this a little more extensively. I've been thinking about it. There's just too much stuff. I'm going to have to do like maybe a little piece, one show or two shows going back over some of the older stuff. I don't know, it might be a 4-part series or something. I don't know. But what I will do for you here is I'm going to take 3 songs and just go back and let you hear them sort of in their way back when and then bring them up in time. I thought about possibly just kind of combining them and letting you hear the transition. But maybe I'll just play you like the whole version of this song that I'm going to start with. There's 3 versions, or there are 3 versions, I should say. I will play you, first of all, the song is Citizen of the World. And I wrote that song back in, I don't know, maybe 86 or something. I don't know, something like that. Sometime way back when. And this recording that I'll start with is from 1988. Tom Ronan at Echo Studios. I mentioned this before on The Roar. But I've actually been sculling through and retrieving all them songs off those cassettes, as I mentioned. And let's just, for posterity or whatever, let's just roll the whole thing. First, I'll play you the version that I recorded at Echo Studios in 88. And the significance of this has been mentioned previously here in this episode. The story about Tom Ronan invites me into the studio for a couple of hours one day. And so I went in and dragged everything I could with me, every little sort of tambourine and my electric guitar at the time, and my old Capri. That's what it was. It was a Capri. And, my snare drum and my timbali, things like that. I went into the studio and, it was free studio time. So for me, it was a gold mine. Not having a studio at the time myself, the chance to get into a studio, and I decided I would record a version of that song because it was all very clear in my mind. I could hear the whole song very clearly, and I knew what I wanted to do. And without having to bring anybody else in to do anything, I could go in by myself, a couple of hours, boom, and then come away with something. And that's what we did. The second version I'll play for you is a version that I recorded with my old group Pressure Drop back in, when did we record that? 94, I think, something like that. 93, 94. 94, I think. It was on the From the Inside Out CD, which is now out of print. So some of you have not had a chance to hear this version of the song, but I will play you that whole thing in its entirety as well. And that kind of shows you kind of a little different slant. So we're going from 88 to 94, and then I'll play you the third version of this song. So I hope you like this song. If you don't like this song, then I suggest you fast forward, because we're going to play 3 versions of the same song, one after the other, and the third version, as I said, was from 94. That's with Pressure Drop. That's pretty much me playing, a bunch of stuff on it, primarily drums and this and that. And the other members of the group are playing on it as well. And we brought in a horn section, some trombone, tenor sax, and trumpet. I think that's what we got on there. That's the second version, sorry. And the third version is a version I recorded back in, I think, about 2002 with my friends Thierry Arthur and Lekbir Halali. So that version is more or less... you can see how I really did have the song in my head way back when, in the 80s. So I did, even right up to the current version, in the 2000s. It's still the same song. It hasn't really, changed into anything different. There's a kind of an immediacy that I think I can hear on the first one, simply because I guess I was under the gun. Here I was in the studio, a couple of free hours, and I just, boom! I was just, running from one instrument to the other and laying down all the tracks, boom, boom, boom. Had to mix it really quick. The second one with the group, well, it has its own charm, I think. And you can really tell on the second one that it's still very reminiscent of the original version. And I think the third version is kind of taking the best of both and just kind of smoothing it out a little bit and smoothing out the horns and things like that. And the other thing I guess that I'll make note of, that you will possibly notice, is the song was written during the quote-unquote Cold War. And there's a line in the song that says, just remember that the sun that is rising in Moscow tonight is going to set over San Francisco. Well, after the Cold War, when I finally got around, say, to, excuse me, 94, I'm recording it with Pressure Drop, that was a kind of a dated line. So I updated that bit and changed that to just remember that the sun that is rising in Cairo tonight is going to set over San Francisco, because I could really, at that time, say in 93, 94, I could see things taking shape at the time. That's when I was writing, just before then and around that time, writing other songs like Can't Keep a Good Man Down, Reality Time, New World Revolution, stuff like that. Just looking at what's going on in the world. And I knew we needed a new boogeyman, and all indications seemed to be that the new boogeyman would be wearing a turban. That was my feeling at the time. So instead of Moscow being the big scary place, Cairo rhymed and fit the song, so I put it in there. In any case, enjoy it back to back to back, whatever that means. I hear that on FM radio. 3 songs back to back to back. I picture taking 3 people and trying to put them back to back to back. It doesn't really work. It would kind of make a triangle, I think. But anyway, there you have it. Enjoy. This is Citizen of the World. You are listening to Republic of Avalon Radio. This is Citizen of the World from 2002 with Mosaic. Before that, from 1994, Pressure Drop. But let's get started out with just little old me all by myself at Echo Studios with the help of Tom Ronan at the console from 1988 with Lillian on the other side of the glass looking in, watching me record this very recording that you're about to hear, and we hadn't even met at that point. Here is Citizen of the World.
Citizen of the World featuring Jim Fidler.
You're on to go.
Exchanging pleasantries with the good people I meet. Except where you gonna go when you ain't got no money? Or what you gonna do when you ain't got no food to eat? 'Cause all around the world too much nationalism. Borders around freedom like walls of a prison. Just remember that the sun that is rising in Moscow tonight is gonna set over San Francisco. Yeah, I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. Ooh. I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. Can you hear me say I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world? Ooh. I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. When I look around, I see so much sorrow. Some people think there will be no tomorrow. But if you don't do nothing, you won't get nothing done. Don't think that you're immune, it's the same for everyone. Yeah, do you believe in patriotism? When you send your son to war more, tell me that you don't miss him. So put away your flags, put away your guns, I say. Your citizenship might come in today. Yeah, I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. Ooh, I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. Internationally, I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. Ooh, I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. Yeah. Everywhere I go, I feel so irate. Exchanging pleasantries with the good people I meet. Except where you gonna go when you ain't got no money? Or what you gonna do when you ain't got no food to eat? Yeah, when I look around, I see so much sorrow. Some people think there will be no tomorrow. Yeah, but if you don't do nothing, you won't get nothing done. Don't think that you're immune, it's the same for everyone. 'Cause I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. Ooh, I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. Internationally, a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. Don't recognize no borders. A citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. Can you hear me say I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world? I don't take no orders. A citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. Yeah, I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. sun that is rising in Moscow. Tonight is gonna set over San Francisco. Yeah, I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. Can you hear me say I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world? Ooh, I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. When I look around, I see so much sorrow. Some people think there will be no tomorrow. But if you don't do nothing, you won't get nothing done. Don't think that you're immune, it's the same for everyone. Do you believe in patriotism? When you send your son to war, tell me that you don't miss him. So put away your flags, put away your guns, I say. Your citizenship might come in today. Yeah, I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. Ooh, I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. Can you hear me say I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world? Ooh, I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. set over San Francisco. Yeah, I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. Ooh, I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world. Can you hear me say I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of the world? Ooh, I am a citizen, citizen, citizen of
Republic of Avalon Radio. You are with the Roar. And that was 3 versions of the same song, Citizen of the World, as I said before, back to back to back, whatever that means. And I guess you probably noticed what I was talking about, the initial sort of essence of the song that I had in my head. In fact, I had that. I had that banging around in my head for the longest time, for over a year. And then one day, the Everywhere I Go, the whole song came to me one afternoon, all the lyrics, the whole thing. But that little horn riff was going around in my head for over a year, and it was driving me crazy. I was going, everywhere I went, I was kind of humming it, and it just kept coming back into my head. So there you have that. The original essence of the song itself, you hear the 3 versions, and it's there. And for different reasons, you may prefer one over the other. You may prefer the original because, boy, that's, raw, rough and ready, dubbed off an old cassette that's been sitting in a bag down in my basement for 15 years or something like that. And then in a box or a bag for years before that. I mean, how old is that recording? 88, 98, 2008, 22 years old, that recording. And that was just a little kind of a young wee me at the time. All by myself in the studio, kind of just slamming out a version of a song I had in my head. Or you might like the pressure drop one for whatever reason. The horns in the pressure drop one that don't exist on the original, you might like that. Or you might like the third one, the more recent one. I think a better recording overall. And the horns are smoother. It's just saxophones. I really do like the sound of multiple saxophones. It's kind of Glenn Miller had used various things, but the real kind of distinct thing with the Glenn Miller band was a lot of songs you can hear a lot of saxophones harmonizing together, and it's very nice. It's depending on the place, everything has its purpose and everything has its day. So sometimes you want a horn section where you have a trombone, a sax, and a trumpet or a cornet or something like that. But sometimes it's just sweet to hear 3 saxophones together, for example. And that's the case on the Mosaic version, the third version you heard. In any case, I better push on here. I've got, I'll just put this together, these last 2 little bits. I won't play you full versions of anything. I'll just let you listen to, well, first of all, I'll let you listen to a little thing. A friend of mine from Botswana that I went to university with, and he used to come to my old band, PTR. He used to come to our shows, and we hung out quite a bit together. Really good friends. And Aubrey from Botswana, he kind of he gifted me a little riff on the guitar. This little dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee thing. And he said it's just kind of it's just a riff, it's not a particular song or anything. And he said, "Here, take this, and hopefully someday you'll do something with it. You'll write a song and record it and all that kind of stuff." And in fact, I did. It turns out to be the title track of my most recent record. In fact, I'll just leave it at that. I was thinking about playing you another little snippet, but I'll just leave it at that in terms of this episode getting quite long and all. And I'll do a specific episode at some point featuring all this sort of archival old stuff. Some of it's kind of goofy, some of it's kind of fun, some of it's kind of raw. Well, it's all kind of raw, really. But it's very interesting to go back into the past. I mean, one of the recordings I have there is myself and people that I grew up with, like brothers, really. The old band I had at the time, this is like 1980-ish, 79, 80, 81, whatever, in that time period, 1980-ish. And we're just goofing around. And just to hear little me there before my voice changed is kind of interesting. And my friends Bob Boudreau and Roland Sampson and Robert Harris, like I said, really like brothers to me. And just to hear that. And for some of you, you might find it interesting just to hear that kind of young version of me 30 years ago, playing guitar and with my band and all that kind of stuff. But that will be for another day. In the meantime, let's just play this little bit of the riff. This is back from some point in the 80s. Just me playing the riff on my guitar. Actually, the guitar, this is a little tiny acoustic guitar that I actually got from Aubrey. So I got the lick from him and the guitar. So first I'll just play you a little bit of when I was just first recording the lick on my tape recorder or something at the time, so that I, it was like a way of making a note to my future self so I wouldn't forget it. Then I'll play you a little version I did, a multi-track cassette recording I did sometime in the late 80s. I'll just kind of crossfade into that, and you can hear sort of me fooling around with the riff, and I put a little thing, little bit of lyrics in it that I picked up from when I was a kid, some song I think that was a kind of an international, I think they had some sort of Boy Scout something or other, and they had people from all different African countries, and they all threw in a little piece of their own language and strung it all together into a kind of a multilingual Pan-African kind of song. O alea pera pikatumba mosa mosa mosa, o alea malua malue tongo chimini pai paio kumbala kingayo, so on, whatever. I'll let you hear that, a little bit of that, and then I'll crossfade into the sort of full-blown version of it that I did, the title track of my most recent record, Revolution Time. It's somewhat the title track. It's called Ring Bang Revolution, but it is, Ring Bang Revolution, Revolution Time. It's all the same thing, really. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. If I get a bit of feedback, if you guys are interested in hearing some of this archival stuff, I'd love to put the work in. I mean, it would take maybe a couple of days of kind of pulling all this stuff together, and like I said, it'll probably be more than a one-part thing. But if you guys are interested in hearing it, let us know. And as we always say, we'd love to hear from you. Go to our website, republicofavalonradio.com. And it's all very clear and easy over there how to get in touch with us and send us email and leave us a call on the Roar line. All these things, it's all there, plain and simple. So hope you've enjoyed this little episode, or this big episode, I should say. And let me just go to the music and let you hear this little thing that started out as something that I would just call, in my head, Aubrey's riff. And then that turned into this kind of Oalea thing, and then turned into Ring Bang Revolution. So let's start with Aubrey's riff and kick back and enjoy. You're listening to Republic of Avalon Radio.
Here we go.
Jiminy Pai, Pai Pai, oh, Kumba Kumba la Kinga, yo, oh, Ale Malo Amaloe, oh, Ale Malo Amaloe.
Them say revolution time a come. Wake up.
This is Newfoundland's first podcast. You're with the roar.
All right, well, that's it. That's Ring Bang Revolution, title track of my new album, Revolution Time. And as I said before, feel free to get in touch with us. Go to republicofavalonradio.com and send us your shout-outs and drop us an email, all that kind of stuff. We love to hear from you. But in the meantime, from Lillian and myself, take care of each other, and we'll catch you next time right here on Republic of Avalon Radio.
Root Cellar production.